Alright guys, it's time to talk about my next swing trade. Let's go ahead and get started. For those that are not familiar with who it is that I am, my name is Ricky. I'm 24 years old. I run the largest YouTube channel and the largest private Facebook group for those who trade in the stock market. I'm going to be talking about the top swing trade that I see value in, and it's simply just that. It's not something that you should trade. Please just take this video for me to be able to share my thought process, why I see value in it, and I hope this series of best practices and just my overall thought process can be something of value. As you guys can hear, I don't sound very good. I am sick. I hope that you guys at least enjoyed this video. I hope that it earned your thumbs up. And I do want to remind you before we get started that tomorrow is our free live trading session. I host one free live trading session for the entire month that everyone can tune in for free. I'm not going to have you guys sign in or sign up for anything. All you guys have to do is just make sure that you're subscribed, turn on your post notifications, which is that little bell right next to that subscribe button, just so you get alerted and reminded when I go live. Especially if you're not part of our free Facebook group, TechBot Solutions Discord, or the Learn Plan Profit Discord chat, you will not get notified if you're not subscribed and your post notifications are turned on. So if you want to tune in, again, that's what you have to do. If you don't want to tune in, then I wish you an amazing rest of the week, and I hope you absolutely kill it. Hope I earned your thumbs up. Let's get it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to keep this very short and simple. There's 3 reasons on why I see value on a short-term swing trade on ticker symbol GUSH. So just to explain my overall plan, again, this is a plan, something that I'm aiming for. It's not necessarily something that has to work out exactly as planned. It's ticker symbol GUSH. My desired entry point is 13. My desired sell point is 13.50. My stop loss would be put at around 1.25% with my initial entry, which is normally 33% of my overall position size. I'll explain what that means. And my potential for profit is about 50 cents per share, which puts me at around 4.5%. And again, my plan with this is a short-term swing trade. So what I mean by this is just maybe holding it for 1 day or maybe holding it for 2 days. But there's different indicators and different patterns that I want to point out. And again, I just want you guys to pay attention on why I see value in this. So when it comes down to a swing trade, how does this differentiate from a day trade? Well, I want to make sure that there's some form of consistency of something that I can, identify that it makes sense on why I can buy something and hold it for more than just 1 day with the reassurance that it has the track record to actually continue that previous pattern. And what consistency do I see here? Well, the SMA line has been acting as a very strong support. Yes, sometimes it does fall below, but ultimately, at least for the past 20 days, it has been showing signs of it making higher highs and higher lows. The overall SMA line is pointing up, so it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern and overall, again, acting as a support. But one of the other things that I want to point out is the MACD indicator as it's beginning to already ascend. So it's already indicating signs of a potential reversal. But again, confirmation is key. That's why you see my overall alert here around $13 to be set. So when it breaks above the EMA line, it makes sense on why. Then again, looking at previous patterns, when does it normally begin to show signs of an uptrend pattern? Well, it sells off, but then all of a sudden it breaks above the EMA line and then begins to indicate signs of a downward uptrend pattern. Same thing when it sells off, gets close to or near to the support, and then it breaks above the EMA line, and then it begins to uptrend, and the MACD, and so does the RSI. Looking at the RSI, looking at the MACD, looking at the overall SMA line with the EMA line and the overall pattern for the past 20 days, again, in comparison to the margin of profit from an average purchase price of around $13, that was around $12.90, so from around $13 to around $13.50, that's anywhere around, 3.72%, depending on how aggressive I want to approach it to 360, that's around 4.59%. Again, that is waiting for it to break above the EMA line. So based off of where it closed at today, that's 1260, right? To let's say an average purchase price of 1350, that's over 7% margin of profit. But again, I think that it's not so important to try to maximize my overall profit percentage, but ensure that I feel comfortable and confident that whatever it is that I'm investing in or trading is showing and indicating signs of an uptrend. So yes, patterns do tend to repeat themselves, but they don't have to, right? This thing can 100% break below the SMA line and continue to downtrend. And that's why confirmation is so important. So I just simply wanted to break down the series of different indicators and the overall pattern on why I see potential value and gush once it confirms and begins to indicate signs of an uptrend. And again, that's the key word, once it begins to confirm an uptrend pattern. So we're still waiting on this, and we did this exact overall breakdown on ticker symbol IIPR, but instead of looking at the 20-day 1 hour chart, I went ahead and I looked at the 180-day 4 hour chart. And I broke this one down in our Sunday stock talk when this one was down at $80. And just like we said, based off previous patterns and the previous resistance right around 85, the potential for profit wasn't huge, but it made sense. The overall direction was in its favor. The SMA line was pointing up. The MACD was in our favor. So was the RSI. And again, it wasn't necessarily that the margin of profit was worth it, but it was attractive enough where, a 5% return, hey, within a couple of days, with the overall direction being in our favor, the overall SMA line being in our favor, the overall MACD being in our favor, there's a series of different indicators that are in our favor, making it that much easier for us to feel confident with what it is that we are trading and investing. So that's really just it. Again, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys want to be able to watch me trade live tomorrow, especially for the natural gas report, which is normally one of my best performing days when it comes down to my overall profit for the week, I would love for you guys to be able to watch me trade live. All you guys have to do is, again, make sure you click that subscribe button and make sure that you turn your post notifications on so you get alerted once I go live. I'm going to be going live around market open. So again, depending on wherever it is that you are, again, whenever the stock market opens, that's when I'm going to be going live. If you guys have any questions about the free live trading session, just feel free to comment it down below and I'll do my best to answer any of your questions. If you're part of Techbus Solutions, if you're part of One Plan Profit, then just feel free to shoot me a direct message via our Discord chat. If you want to join our free Facebook group with over 200,000 members, making us the largest free private trading community on Facebook, again, that's going to be that first link in the description. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.